Tea time, Thursday nights. Welcome. I'm Landy.
I am Tiffany.
I'm Shauna.
I'm Tanya.
And welcome again for watching us. I hope you're ready for some tea.
Yes.
Before we start, can we have a moment of silence for a second?
Okay.
And this moment of silence is for Bichella.
Oh my God.
Okay. Anyway, guys.
Let me tell y'all something.
Anyway.
Look, okay.
Isn't it called Baychella?
Baychella.
Okay.
No, it's not. It's called
Coachella.
Not Bay,
First of all, let's correct something. Because Beyonce is B-E-Y. So B is like the beehive. I don't know why people say Bayhive. It's the beehive.
I like Bay.
It's B.
It's B.
We said what we said.
I like B.
I want to immediately say, first of all, shout out to the Beehivers that stayed up to 2 a.m. and watched the show live. Y'all know I'm pregnant. I'm tired.
I watched it later.
All the time. I did not watch it live, but I did watch it later. And let me tell you something, honey. It was worth the show. I watched it on my birthday. Thank you, Beyonce, for the birthday gift. You're welcome that we shared it all with you guys.
Right.
It was on my birthday. Beyonce graced us with the performance.
Did she really? Did she? I mean, no. She snatched some wigs. My edges are gone.
My edges are coming back.
She was snatching edges.
From the edges that she snatched.
She did
It was a 2-hour masterpiece. I am not going to pay for tickets to see Beyonce because that's not where my pockets. That's not where the pockets run.
Right. Wait, but I saw Beyonce in concert.
I saw Beyonce in concert. Is amazing.
If someone buy me Beyonce tickets for my
Banana.
birthday,
let me tell you, my very first time.
Honey?
I love Beyonce. The very first time I ever seen her in concert was my 21st birthday.
Hold on,
I remember.
You said what?
She all right.
She all right.
Girl,
Lonnie's always the hater, guys.
I'm not.
If you
I
notice-
just think that she's like,
if you
okay,
notice-
her time is coming. Okay, she's getting old and okay.
Wow.
All that dancing after a while is gonna be like
They about to start being you. Please don't be.
I don't even know who you are right now.
no. She's
If you be like
she's a
tag
good
it,
singer, she's a good
Lonnie.
singer.
Please don't be us. Please.
Let me tell you something, okay? My very first time when I realized like this woman is a boss is like my 21st birthday.
Lord.
Let me tell you something. My aunt took me to the ladies' first concert. It was Beyonce, Missy, Tamia, and Alicia Keys. I was not excited about anybody. I was just like, collectively excited. I thought it was like whatever. But that was the first time I ever seen Beyonce perform. She only had Dangerously in Love at the time. It was crazy then. 2 hours that she performed, this woman took like 3 sips of water. I needed a nap after watching it. So I know she should be
And she
dead.
had a whole bunch of people on
All
there.
them dancers.
Oh,
she didn't miss a beat.
She's with Lonzy.
You
Oh,
want Beyonce?
another
Yeah,
person with
Seisha.
the
Seisha, that's right, Seisha. It's like, okay.
First of all, let me tell you something, okay?
Can y'all do that? Can y'all do what Beyonce do? Nope.
No.
Stacia, don't be with Lonnie about this Beyonce business. Because Lonnie is the same person that, wasn't you that told me you paid $50 to go see Lauryn Hill?
Lauryn Hill.
I said $50. I mean,
Ain't nobody paying $50 for Lauryn
If
Hill.
I
Hill don't
they
do
wanna pay
she's a
$10.
great singer.
If I go see Lauryn Hill better give me $50.
Really?
Like,
Really?
yes, she could give me $50
Really?
to be like, girl, come on. And I'm like, all right, well,
No.
everybody gets sing good. They just got
All right, well, happy for you.
just like you think everybody can do nails good, and they can.
And they
Shout
should.
out to my nail lady. Anyway, okay. I want to shout me out. Go ahead, Lonnie. I can't.
Anyway, so tonight I'm talking about the fake beef between Nicki Minaj and Remy Ma and Cardi B. Why I say fake beef? Because I think that the media hype it up so much. It's like, why can't we all like them? Why can't we all like say, hey, you know, this one doing good, this one doing good, this one doing good? But I think the only one that's salty is the old one, Remy Ma. She's doing stuff, yes, but she ain't doing like Cardi B. Come on, Cardi B is shoved down our throat.
She ain't doing like
Yeah,
Beyonce.
Nicki, that's a different thing. That's R&B and Nicki Minaj. Even though, okay, yeah, she's Nicki Minaj, she have an attitude problem, whatever negative things you say, she's still working. She collab with everybody. There's nobody even left that she didn't do a song with. But Remy Ma, all they can focus on, she stole Little Kim's look. Okay, but it's not Little Kim's rhyme that's coming out her mouth. Then they want to say
It's Safari's rhymes.
okay,
Well.
but if you start saying,
Well.
but if you start saying about ghostwriters, if you start shaking the Ghost Rider tree, a lot of people will fall down.
Okay.
A lot of people.
But wait, let me
have
say
Ghost
my
Rider.
point. I'm gonna
And
say
you
my
think-
point.
And then when Remy Ma has the same beat, it's always the same thing, like from back in the 90s. Oh, and then she got a video that she just did. Now, wasn't she in jail for shooting her friend? So why are you doing a video with a
stabbed
gun?
her?
No, it was
No.
a shot. It was a shooting.
It was shooting?
Yes.
It was a shooting.
So
She
you're doing
did.
a
She shot her
video-
friend for a stab.
So you're
Like
doing
that.
a video with a gun.
But it was a water gun. If you go to
It
the end,
doesn't
she shoot a
matter.
water
It
gun.
doesn't matter.
It is.
It's a gun.
But
Nobody
however,
listens to that rap no more. Even though Nicki Minaj is comical, that's her thing. Cardi B.
if
is
we want
comical,
to talk
that's her
about
thing. But-
real rap and not rap,
but there's no
beef.
real rap though. That's my
No,
point.
no. I digress. If you want to talk about real rap, if you're talking about like, oh, who's selling the most, then okay, we can go with that. Who's selling the most? But if you want to talk about real rap and real lyrics, you have to, if you have not yet listened to both Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, and Remy. Now, Remy's not going to be as mainstream as neither one of these artists. We have to understand this.
No.
It's not
No, because she's back in
What?
the day. The young
It's not
girl
even
now.
that she back in the day.
Yes,
If
these
it's
young
no,
girls not listening to Remy Ma.
it's not that she's back in the day.
Girl,
It's
So
not.
what is it?
I feel like
It's not
I'm
that-
old because I can't remember nothing but Remy's verse on Lean Back. Like that's it.
No, Remy has what's that, Melanin? Some song with Melanin.
I don't know.
Which I
Some
do.
songs.
Some song Melanin.
See what I'm saying?
But I don't listen to Nicki neither. I don't really listen to rap.
but-
I don't listen to neither one of them. Only person I hear a lot, like you said, is shoved down your throat
It's Cardi
is
B.
Cardi B.
Yes.
Cardi's old.
And
Because
she
she's
is-
just
even though
just
she's kinda
everywhere.
rap-
That's her
She's
season.
good.
Like,
Yes,
like
yes.
last week we were talking. Okay, last week you tuned in. We spoke about why we all can't sit there and root for each other when it comes to black businesses. Same thing when it comes to music. Everybody may not be your style of rapping,
Yes, but,
but
they're good. They're
it's
good.
Cardi B's season right now.
Yes.
And Nicki Minaj, when she comes out, she has fans that are going to go listen to her music. Remy Ma to her music. There has to be no competition. Everybody has their own set of fans and their own
Right.
style. I like Cardi B songs, and I like Nicki Minaj's 2 songs. Now, Remy Ma, I didn't know she came out with a song. I didn't know. I feel
She
bad,
did.
but I didn't.
She
But
did.
Those 2 girls, I've been listening to both of them for the last 2 weeks.
Yes,
They both
but-
have songs I like.
Yes.
There's no competition.
But it's just that why, okay, I'm not saying that Nicki Minaj don't say slick stuff. She do. On the side, she do. But it's like Remy Ma can't.
Do we know?
music.
Do we
But that's
really?
why she's
People are
releasing
listening.
so much.
Right,
more
she
music.
does. She does do that. But
She's
we have to
but-
understand,
but
like, if
do
you
your
know,
job.
if you see, okay, wait, because if you see, like, I know, if you know females, you know this chick is doing something.
Yeah.
Like, Nick, you know, Nikki is she dirty. Like, if you look at she dirty, you know,
But
you
sometimes
know
what-
this chick is doing back
But
alley
guess
stuff,
what? Guess what? If she do
and
that
being
kind
like,
of
and then
stuff-
coming out like, hey, Barbs, hey, Barbs,
but
hey, Barbs.
Cardi B not.
Stop. Cardi, but see, the Cardi B's beef
And Cardi
is not
B-
with Remy. Cardi, if you think about beef, Cardi B beef, if there's any beef, is with Nicki, because Nicki has not said that. Oh, they something about respect or whatever the case may be. But it's Remy and Cardi doesn't have beef. Only beef they may have is that she didn't stand up and say she has beef with Nicki straight up.
But why
Y'all
she
see,
so
I don't
focused
listen to none of
on?
this.
Why she so focused on?
The
Like,
thing is
just
with
on
Nicki,
site.
with
Why
Remy.
they focus on each other?
Hey
Remy-
Ashley, hey Mardina, hey, just shouting people out.
Ashley,
Sorry.
Hi.
Hey Ashley, hey Mardina, hey
So we're
Chippy,
talking
Alexis.
about so far the Cardi B and Nicki Minaj so-called beef. That's how you boost album sales. I'm sorry, that's how you do it.
Yeah.
That made me go listen to both songs, and I like both of them.
Exactly.
That was their way of doing that. So
Honey,
For what?
I don't listen to any. Okay, a majority of my music goes between, as we all
Me
know,
too.
Uncle
I'm too
Luke.
old to be listening to Nicki
My
Minaj.
music
I'm
goes.
just
My
saying for the
musical
younger
section
generation.
what?
You
goes
can
between.
listen to it, but I just
I'm
don't
not
like
too old.
it.
Not too old.
I don't
I
like
just
it. I just
choose
don't like it.
to listen to Uncle Luke or Anita Baker. That's
Okay.
pretty much what I listen to all the time.
I don't
Like
like
I'm always 10 o'clock in the morning. I'm always listening to
I
Uncle
like
Luke.
it. I'm about to plug it. Go and listen to Nicki
Don't
Minaj.
plug no Nicki.
Sean
No, no, no,
Mendes.
Yes, yes, yes.
We don't plug Nicki. We don't plug Nicki.
Go listen.
We don't plug Nicki.
Even
I'm
John
sorry.
Listen.
All right.
She's such a
Bubblehead.
bubblehead.
Listen to Cardi
She is such a
B.
bubblehead.
Any of this.
She is a
Go
bubblehead.
to
She's a
YouTube
girl.
and listen to Uncle Luke.
And while you there, while you at YouTube,
Kept me
listen to
coming.
all them people. Go back and listen to Tea Time. Not last time. No. That's who I plug in. I don't care. Either one, I don't. If I was to pick out of those three, I would pick Cardi B.
Me too. I love Cardi B.
Only thing I know,
Cardi
like
B.
right now, I
Remy
know
is
Cardi's singing. I just
constantly-
don't know.
I'm just saying, Remy
I would pick
is so
Cardi.
focused on Nicki that Cardi B is just sneaking in between them and growing.
Yeah. You know what I would listen to if I
But
choose?
she would have grown anyway because of her originality. Like that's why I really like her.
Yeah.
I like her because she may be hood, she may be, ghetto and whatever people want to say about her, but that's who she is.
Yeah.
So
That's her
Yeah.
thing.
Exactly.
That's working for
but
her.
it's not even like a hook. Like, most people are like, oh man, she's really playing this role.
Yeah,
No.
it's
This girl is all day.
Yeah.
I choose Beyonce.
Uh,
Anyway,
whatever. Okay.
well, so everybody, we just kind of like, give y'all some random like tea talk right now. Oh, hey, your mom watching. Hey, mom.
Mommy.
Hey, Yolanda. Oh, Yolanda's watching. Yolanda never gets to watch because normally she's just getting off work. But hey, Yolanda, I see you in Texas. Yolanda's my beehive, and she's my petty person. We talk petty all day. So, okay, I'm going to tell you why I'm saying this, and that, like it's a question to y'all. Who you as owning a daycare and then you work in school, having kids, y'all having kids. Okay, so 2 different stories this week I saw about people who like were upset about things they saw regarding their kids online. So the first was this lady said she okay, so I don't know if anybody's seen the video. There's a video of this little girl from Easter where the Easter bunny comes to the daycare and the little girl is terrified.
It was hilarious.
It was funny.
I'm not even gonna front. I laughed
It was
so
funny at the
hard
beginning,
at this
but then when I
video.
had to really
It was
think about
funny.
The little
Yeah.
girl looks like she is terrified of the Easter bunny. And she's running, and whoever the person is taping it is like taping it like, oh, okay, whatever. The mother said she was not told about this incident. She was just told that, the kid had like a bad day and she didn't like the Easter bunny. She wasn't okay with it. The mother says she was upset about it, whatever, because when she finally saw it, it was online. Her daughter was already viral by the time she saw this video.
I didn't know that.
So she was like,
Julius, it was hilarious.
It really
of
was.
course you laughed, Julius. She said she saw they signed something with the daycare saying like they reserved the right for their kids not to be photographed and video, whatever. Mm-hmm. So she said the fact that not only was her child videoed, but the fact that as a worker, you're videoing her kid, then you post it online. She's seeing this online, and you think it's funny. Her child was scared.
Of course, it's not funny to the person that the parent. It's not funny to.
Right, like it's funny to the rest of us.
I thought it was like a made-up kind of video. I don't think. I think like
I
I
didn't think
said,
it was real.
Yeah.
it kind of didn't jar to me that it was a real. It really happened until I saw the mom stuff on the news. And I'm
Right.
like, oh. And as a parent, it's not funny to you.
No.
Like a lot of memes. I know you guys have that meme with the little ugly. I'm sorry, not ugly. The little baby they have walking around. Like it's a little. You know what I'm talking about? The little baby they keep making memes out of. Okay, we laugh at those memes.
But that's a real baby.
Right, but
That's a
those
real
kids-
baby.
Yeah.
Right.
It's not funny to the parent when it comes out and we see what people are laughing about our kid. The mom is mad about what? Is she mad about?
She's mad.
Because she can't get mad about
And
the action.
No,
we
she
didn't
has-
know she was going to be that
She
scared.
has valid reason as a daycare owner. She has valid reason to be upset, and she has valid grounds for a suit.
But she only has a lawsuit because she can, because she signed a paper saying that she didn't want her kid to be videoed. I work in a school, and we have a bunch of kids that have papers saying they cannot be videotaped or they cannot have
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
So when I
Too.
post pictures
Can-
of my kids on my Instagram or my Facebook, which I don't do because I don't feel like going through the list.
Right.
And we have other coworkers that do that. You have to go to the list and
Yeah.
make sure that child
It's not on
is
there.
okay. They can be photographed. So that's a valid reason.
That's
for
what I'm saying. She
But
has a valid.
not for the scaring because she didn't know the Easter bunny was going to scare the hell out of her kid.
Right.
No.
exactly.
That's true. But the fact of the matter is, now this is where the daycare owner. When I watched it, I was watching that show. I'm like, it's funny.
Yeah.
But when I went back and watched it, I was like, yo, this is so wrong. I'm gonna
Right,
tell you
because
why.
I laughed,
Because
but
at
the
the
baby
end of the
looked
day,
so scared.
She was terrified, and that assistant or whatever she was sat there and recorded
kept going.
and kept
Right.
going. No one at any point in that video
Tried to
went and
console the baby.
consoled her.
Yeah.
She was running behind the chair. She was picking up the chair. She was terrified.
Now wait,
Right,
so
right.
then as I'm like prepping for the show and whatever, then and I'm like looking at this portion of it, then I see another video where like I forget where this is, where this little boy, I don't even know what the circumstances was behind this whole situation, but a teacher drugged this little boy off of the bus by his feet. It's a little black boy, and the teacher has the little boy like by his feet, drag him off the bus. The little boy is screaming. The other kids like, oh, whatever. And one of the other kids, I guess, had a video. So the mother said her son came, told her, what happened in school, but she thinking, all right, you lying because, what's going on, whatever. Nobody told her anything. The mother says 24 hours later, she heard about this incident because another parent showed her the video that had been posted online of her kid getting drugged off the bus.
Oh, wow.
And then she was like, hey, what happened? So
Now she want to know though.
right now she want to know what happened. I feel like when it comes to those videos, when it comes to things, we laugh at stuff like memes, stuff like that. We laugh, but we got to remember, these are real people. This is like real stuff happening. So it's kind of like,
And as a mother, you don't want to just say, "Oh, okay, somebody show you saw what happened to your kid," and you look and you're like, "Wait a minute."
I mean, it's okay to chuckle because we laugh. That's okay. But don't share it.
So Elaine,
Yeah, no shit.
Elaine says, as a parent, when we signed those papers, we signed it for photographs for school purposes, not Facebook. No.
Right.
No,
right.
no, not
It should not be on the teacher's
Right.
personal pages.
It should not.
To go viral.
However, that when it says your likeness, you have to watch what you are signing.
yeah.
I'm just saying,
Yeah.
you have to watch what you're signing, because when it says I allow my child's likeness to be used, that means you didn't tell me where I could use it.
Right.
You didn't tell
right,
me where I couldn't use it. You just said I can use it.
Right.
So right now, like even when I started and I had to go to classes or whatever, when you put that on there and they click like, you now can use that child on advertisement.
Mhm.
You can use that child in any pamphlets and things like Instagram. You can use that child once that is clicked.
But you know what? Also, what I do is when you sign documents, please remember you are allowed to add in anything.
Absolutely.
I like to add things in, and if you get mad about it, we'll tear it up because there's no problem.
Right.
If I sign it saying my child, you can use my child's photos. On the bottom, I'm putting for school purposes only.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Write stuff in. So your
that makes sense.
wishes
That does.
can be. When I used to have a job at what was I working at? A movie theater, and I had like little bum managers try to write me up for dumb stuff. I don't care. And they make you sign a little write up. I would put on the bottom in distress.
Under duress.
Under duress.
Oh, I do that all the
Of
time.
course, I'm signing it, but
I'm
only
not-
because
but I
you're
don't
making
want
me
to.
do it.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna put stuff on the bottom, and you can write things in. So now, if they do that, you have.
Oh.
In that case, I don't sign.
That is my favorite thing to do. I'll be like, oh, you want to write me up? I'm signing this against my will,
Against
under
my
duress,
Yeah.
because I don't want to.
I'm not under duress. I'm not signing.
I'm doing what I want to do.
I'm not under duress.
I
I
don't
don't believe it. I ain't signing it.
I just felt bad. Like I said, I saw that video of the little girl with the Easter bunny. I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah.
And then they changed it up. They put like Donald Trump coming in the room, and
That's when it became really funny again to me. It was funny when I first saw that.
it was hilarious.
And then I was like, dang, that's not okay.
But then I was like, dang,
But
she
then
really
got
is
on
scared.
with the Inside Edition. She was on Inside Edition, and
Yeah.
she was like, "My child has nightmares." She
Of course, you're going. She
listen. This is
I know she gonna milk it now.
This lady
Now she gonna milk it.
was with the violin.
Yeah.
And the lady with the little boy that got
With
drugged off the bus, that
Bree.
her son had a concussion. Which I want to be like,
you doing too
okay,
much.
well,
She was really going. She was like, "Oh, I can't leave her in the room alone." And this,
All right.
yeah.
All right.
She was setting it up.
And Amy, yeah.
well, FYI, y'all, just know you sign something for your kid, you gotta let people know. Don't put my baby on your
Hi,
Snapchat.
Joy.
Baby
Yeah.
on the Facebook page.
I sign a lot of those papers every time first day of
Yeah.
school. They say, "Can it be?" And I'm like, "Okay." Yeah.
Don't put my
And
baby
that's
on
what most parents
Snapchat.
do. They just sit there and sign, and then when you bring it back to their attention, like, you did sign this paper.
Right.
Yeah.
They're like,
But you sign it it, but you're not signing to say put it on Facebook.
But you need to tell me what you signed. I gave it to you. I didn't have. We don't have to sit here and go through a whole. This is not a dissertation. I don't have to go through this one line by line for you.
Yeah.
I gave you the paper. You have to
Right.
read it, and that's it. You know how many times parents came back to me on some? Well, I didn't know I had to pay you this time.
Paperwork.
Paperwork.
It says this
Yeah,
online.
exactly, right there.
Let me tell y'all.
No, know what you're signing.
I'm
You
that
have
person
to.
that I read everything when I sign. I will not put my name on something without signing it. If you got my name on something and I signed it, I read it. I don't care if
She's
it's a
right.
20-page,
She reads everything.
everything.
Yeah.
You can give me a 20-page paper and I'll be like, I will bring it back to you after I read through it.
word.
I have to know because the smallest thing later on you can be like, oh,
That's
whatever.
what you're signing, guys.
Absolutely.
I
Don't put your,
read
once you
everything.
put your signature on something,
That's it.
especially when things go viral or goes to the internet,
Mm.
those things stay forever.
Yeah.
You cannot say I want it down because once people start sharing it, you can never get all of it off the internet.
No.
Right.
No.
Yeah.
It's
She's never going to get that
You
video
can't
off
pull it back.
everything.
You don't know who shared it, where it went, how
It's
far
on
did it
there
go. That's it.
forever. Yeah.
Like the saying goes, you can delete it, but the screenshot I sent my best friend is still
Still
alive.
there.
Well, I can always just, I mean, when I'm at work, and anytime I'm at work and they like request our likeness to be taped and video, I'm like, sure. Because I wear hats with my name on it, my shirts with my name on it. You can video me, but I'm going to promote myself too. So
Correct.
Yeah.
there you go. All right, well, know what you're signing.
No, she's signing. So, Miss Shanna.
So, my topic. I need all my Kojic people to come on with me.
I'm going to stop you real quick. Everybody don't go to church. Y'all should, but don't. Let's go.
Oh, Kojic. Church of God in Christ. The grand old church
The grand old church.
of God in Christ.
Honey.
Sorry.
Somebody,
I said it like-
let me Google coaching.
What's that?
So Wendy Williams got on her show.
Hey,
And-
Wendell.
Wendell got on her show and was talking about Snoop Dogg and how he got the #1 gospel album. And
Which is
this
really
is what she
weird.
said. This is very weird.
I still haven't heard the song, but go ahead.
It's honestly, it's a pretty good album.
It's not even
really-
him. It's mad people.
It's mad people. It's not just him, and he's maybe on 4 or 5 of them songs.
I still haven't heard it.
It's
I
really
need to
not
see it.
on it that much, but it's a good compilation of artists,
I've heard a couple songs.
and it's very good. Okay,
Okay.
now so let's move on. He got #1, but this is because all the gospel artists were behind him.
Right.
Okay, I said I'm gonna come back to that point. So now she gets on there. She's like, "Oh, the gospel artists may probably feel a little crazy, like like some of those groups, like the Clark sisters. They probably feel really crazy about being #1 that they never been. They need to step their game up."
Girl,
Child.
I'm gonna look directly into the camera when I say this. Wendy Williams.
Wendell.
Wendell needs to Google the Clark sisters because they are gospel royalty. The people that you guys listen to, like R&B people, are fiending to sit down with anyone
They sample the Clark
of the Clark
Honey.
sisters.
Before I even
come for you, Wendell.
Any one of the Clark sisters. And for her, non-butt having, husband losing, falling out.
Honey.
So to have the nerve to come for my aunties, because I'm Kojic and they my aunties. My aunties, you got another thought
Before
coming.
I even heard what happened, I heard it was like all of my Church of God in Christ friends was like, "Oh, heads is about to roll." I didn't even know what happened before I could even call. I'm like, "Shana, girl, what's happening on the Kojic circuit?" It was like so much was going on. What's happening? Like what?
But
Everybody was so.
But Wendell come for everybody though.
But you ain't coming for
But
beloveds. You're not
apparently-
coming for the beloveds. You're not coming for the beloveds. The
Honey.
saints was going in. The saints went in. I didn't know they was gonna go in like this, but them saints.
What? I saw somebody said she up here shaped like a letter P. I was like, log off. I'm logging off, young lady.
She and then everybody. Then I was on the blog, so I had to get on there. And they were on there like, how could y'all be so upset? Y'all Christians, y'all this, y'all that. First and foremost, let me ask you a question. Just because I'm Christian doesn't mean I have to stand up for myself or anybody else around me. Let me ask y'all a question.
Sean about to go.
She was like, what you not finna do is
Because what you
come
exactly what you're not about to do is say whatever you want to say. Because yes, my God will fight my battles, but I do have them out, and I will tell you off 1, 2, and 3 times. Thank you.
Joyce said, stop talking about that young man. Wendell, don't you do it.
No.
Otis,
And they was like, oh, she needs to apologize.
Cleo Fitzwilliams.
Quite
I'm
frankly,
church
and
folks.
then Kiara got on her Instagram and went ham.
I feel like all the clubs, I feel like,
hold on.
I saw
What?
Karen even was like in on some stuff.
Amy, you humbly disagree. Amy.
Oh, please tell me why you
Why,
humbly
honey?
disagree.
Guys, tell why
Let's
you
have
disagree.
this conversation.
Guys, if there's ever a time
Yes.
you want to call in the tea time and sound off on a topic that we're talking about, please feel free.
Yes.
Let us know. We'll tell you.
I'm going to put the number right now into the thing. Feel free. If any topic we've talked about so far, you want to call and sound off, feel free to
We're ready
call
to answer them.
in. We are listening.
We are.
Yes.
Because
we wanna know
I
what she
can't
feel.
I just don't understand how. And then this is a running thing with like, oh, you're Christian, you shouldn't say nothing. So you hit me in my head, bang. I know God said turn the cheek, but I'm gonna turn it, and as I'm turning it, I'm gonna swing, and you just gonna get jacked in your
People
jaw.
feel like Christians have to be so tight and so what's up?
Quiet.
Quiet. And
Pious,
like,
pious. That's another word.
I'm
Pious.
still a human being. I still know how. I may not be of the world, but I'm still in the world, and I have to act accordingly. So,
It says be transformed, and trust me, I am transformed by the renewing of my mind. But my mind will come for you, and my words will come straight out my mouth in a very blessed and highly favored way. And that's one of their songs.
Honey,
Wendell don't mess with the wrong person.
the wrong one. Them church folks last night took them hats off last night. Was like, what you won't do. What you
But
won't
some of
do
them, I
is
have
come
to say,
for
some
the
of them
cross.
really, it was a lot of ain'ts on those posts. Like it was a lot of ain'ts just
Like-
going in. I mean, they was dropping bombs and they was going.
okay.
Okay, the
And the
Don't
ain'ts
make
was
it
in
too
there.
bad.
No, the ain'ts were in there, honey. But I was just like, you cannot come for something you don't know. And that's what I have a problem with Wendy. Everybody is Wendy fans. Oh, we love Wendy. How you doing? No,
she too much.
I'm not with it.
I'm not
I was
too much.
never a Wendy fan because I don't feel like anybody should make they come up on anybody else's back. And I don't care a blogger or anything. You should never make your come up off of somebody. What's your talent?
Right.
Somebody tell me what Wendy's talent
feel
is.
like I used to
Talking
be a
about
Wendy
people.
fan.
Gossip.
I used
Yeah.
to be a Wendy fan because it was always like, girl, Wendy got the tea. But
But now
honestly,
it's not too much.
now it's like,
strong. Her tea is strong.
It's
now
not
you
too
strong.
much.
Now I feel like it's like she does too much. Now it's like, all right,
Yeah,
Wendy.
Because you know what it is? There's a time where you can talk about people, but I noticed she never roots on anybody.
No.
It's like everybody should got something negative to say about.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Never, nobody you like. Come on.
Like,
Because that's
yeah.
the thing. That's
So Amy said that she's going to start by saying she's safe. I am safe too, Amy. Please explain.
She said
I
Wendy
wanna-
spoke about an award,
Okay,
which is a
good.
competition. Okay, right. So that's agree. She's talking about awards as far as like
Right, she was.
awards.
She was talking about awards and competition and was like, they must feel a certain way that they didn't
I
get
feel
number
like-
one.
You know
But
what
they
I feel
have
like?
gotten number one. And she did shade her. So a lot of people were saying that, like, oh, it was competition. She wasn't shading them. She did shade them.
But I
Because
feel
she
like
was
maybe she should have
they
called a
need to-
name.
But she said they need to step their
Step
game
their
up.
game up. I feel like maybe if she had not called their name specifically, that's what made it like why everybody was like the Clark sisters. Wait a minute.
Because
I think she should have said
comparing.
And then when she
Right.
said it, she was like, some of the groups, that the other group, what is it, like the Clark sisters?
I feel like
But I
because
think
she
You knew
wrote
what
her
you wanted
name
to
up.
say. You reading a teleprompter.
I think she
Like,
called
stop.
the
I know they
Clark sisters'
reading.
name. Maybe that's the only gospel group she knew.
But that's okay. I understand that. But even like a lot of the comments were like, she don't get mad at her. She's a journalist or whatever. She's reading off cue cards.
Right.
So why you acting like you don't know the name? That's just my question.
Well-
If you're reading off cue cards and people
Yeah.
are telling you this, oh, what's their name again? What's that quartet? Like she was really like
Yeah.
pulling it.
I guess because, you comparing them to Snoop. Like, Snoop is not.
Right.
No, don't get me wrong. I'm not like, oh, Snoop is gonna be my next best gospel artist. Like,
No.
but at the same
we talked about
time,
this a couple weeks ago. I have to listen to
you have to
this
listen
music.
to it.
And I'm
Musically, it's a very good gospel. It's a very good record, period.
Yeah.
Now, am I going to be in Sunday church talking about, woo? No. It's
And
not going
Dwight-
to take you in. And you're not coming, you're not getting saved off this. It's not that type of record.
Yeah.
It's just generally good music. Like the music is good.
Right.
Good.
Right.
I mean,
Well,
we just tuned in. We talking about how Wendell Williams
Wendy.
Wendell.
Williams tried to shade the Clark sisters, and the Saints wasn't having it, y'all. They was not.
And then it's like people's like,
Bible
oh,
down.
why y'all getting so mad? But when anybody talk about anybody else, like another artist, like if somebody would have came from Cardi B, if somebody would have came for the Beehive, God forbid. And then what I love too, because I love pettiness. So you know how the Beehive go put bees? They was gonna put Sunshine. You know they song the Sunshine.
yeah,
I was living. I was like, yes.
will shade
Don't
you.
make that sunshine you. Don't do
Exactly.
it,
Them
Wendell.
Bible emoji. Them
Yes.
Bible emojis, no, okay?
Girl,
You
we
know?
shade with the praying hand on the area page. On
Exactly.
is this the praying hands or is it high five? Did we decide this emoji was praying
I
hands?
know high.
That's not high five. That's
Okay.
not high five.
The emoji says the official emoji. Technically, this is a high five, but I feel like we all just took it over as brain hands
Oh.
because don't nobody be like, pray my shit to the Lord. High five. Everybody be like, it just seems like it looks like brain hands.
I
But
would
technically
never
it's-
even know the praying.
So on emoji, is that what's the brown swiggly thing, right? Everybody says it's ice cream.
No, that's cool.
No, that is
It's
cool.
That's cool.
Where
That's
did you get
cool.
that ice cream from?
Everybody says it.
That's
And I'm
cool.
like, that's cool.
It's
No, because when you want to put you ain't
you ain't.
You ain't ice cream.
Ice cream.
You know how many people in my phone is saved under that emoji? So guess what?
No.
I don't think they ice cream. If it's
going
gonna be ice cream, then they would have to have vanilla and a strawberry.
Right?
You don't.
They don't. They
It's
don't have
chocolate because poop.
it's poop.
Well,
Okay.
it's poop.
It's poop, and this is praying hands, not a high five.
If y'all love the Clark sisters, put some sunshines in the comments.
And if y'all think this is
That's a great song too.
Yes.
Yep.
And it has been
Come on,
sampled
sorry.
quite a few times.
Yes. Yes.
well,
Well, no.
I don't
Thank you
know.
for the heart. I'm taking it as for me, not for the emojis.
for the emoji, like if it is a high five, then I feel bad because I've told lots of people I'm high five for your family.
Yeah.
Like,
All day.
That's a praying hand.
It's gotta be.
all right, I don't know.
Well, guys, so this has been a very eventful weekend for me, as usual, this weekend. Tiffany's birthday. Oh, it was Tiffany's birthday on Sunday.
Yeah.
Happy
Happy
birthday,
birthday,
Tiffany.
I had to turn up for water because the baby.
Yeah, no, she got a baby. Yeah.
Dwight, if you're watching, my Dwight runs the bar at our Masonic Lodge, and he says he's gonna put my drinks in a sippy cup because they're always non-alcoholic. So it's like
It was her birthday on Sunday, and then my anniversary was on Monday.
Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
Me and my boo made 2 years.
Yay!
I killed him, he ain't killed me.
Oh, good, good.
Okay, when I look at him, I still wink my eye. Things are still going good.
no backsies, Greg.
No backseat.
Go back.
You got her. You're stuck. It's 2 years.
No renewed,
And then the next day was my husband's birthday. So we literally got married in between Tiffany and his birthdays. I did that so he can never forget our anniversary.
A lot of people do it.
Because I
I've heard a lot of
guarantee you, if he ever forgot, like, I forgot your birthday too.
On an absolute fun note, guys, I was very tipsy at Tanya's wedding. I remember it. I was.
What that was
It was the night before my wedding. It was the night after my birthday. I was like very like.
Oh yes.
I had the reception. I probably had more fun than she did. I was like,
Really?
what?
Okay, guys. So, like,
It was my birthday the day
my wedding was
before.
not a shotgun wedding, but I was pregnant at my wedding. So I couldn't drink. And whatever.
I drank 3.
But wait, you was crying on the aisle. I thought it was crying tears of joy. When you just
Some of it was.
drunk, like the drunk booze.
Some of it was.
Nicky eyes.
Some of it was trying to stay up.
Oh, no.
I don't know.
You
It
was
was
drunk.
a good day.
Good
Look, you get married the day after my birthday. It was like turn up. I don't know. It was like a whole still celebration.
Good to
We
know.
will be drunk at your baby shower.
Yes.
Got it. Anyway, I digress. So, this has nothing to do with my topic for tonight. I'm just gonna talk right real quick. So, guys, quick. I went to
Hi, Cece.
massage.
Hi,
We had a couple of massage on Tuesday. On the anniversary. What day was that? I said Monday.
Monday.
We had a couple of massages on Monday. Have you guys ever had a massage before?
Oh, yes. Just recently
Yes.
I had one too.
Yes. Okay.
Yes,
So
Aunt Amy cried like a baby show. And
Amy cried. My
We have-
Aunt Amy cried the whole
every
day.
picture we have, we her with very wet eyes.
Either way, so we had a couple of massage, and my husband booked it, and I'm excited because my back was really hurting lately. And we get there, and the lady, take off. Okay. No, that's what she said.
That's not
That's
I
it.
thought she speak. Okay.
Right.
They take all your stuff off, and you sit in the bed, whatever. So they rub in. They don't ask you. I think supposed to. Maybe my husband already told them a deep tissue massage, but he didn't tell me that. So she didn't ask me, what did I want? So I figured, okay, she knows what she's doing. It felt like really, it hurt at first.
Yeah, it is.
Because I guess it's trying to get the kinks out your back. Okay, fine. And then after, when you get off, it's like, I feel great.
Like a little greenie getting up
Yes.
the day, but you really
You
do.
wake up, you get up, you're like, oh my God, my back feels really good. But they don't tell you the next day, you wake up feeling like you've been fighting with Chun-Li. When I tell you, I'm
You
still
think
in
you drink a
pain.
lot of
She with
water?
the real Chun-Li.
You supposed to drink a lot of water, and I'm gonna tell you why.
I'm still in pain.
Yeah.
It is Thursday.
Yeah, because the knots, they're getting the knots out. So you're like, when you work out muscles, they're literally pressing knots out of your
This
muscles.
lady worked every part of every part of my body. We real on TikTok. We love y'all. Y'all are family.
Yes.
I mean, from your booty.
Yes.
I felt like that lady shaped me a whole new booty. I had a give and go. It's still flat, Jesus. It was. But but my body feels so heavy now. And I'm like, what the heck happened?
Yeah, it's the
So, like,
The last time I got a massage, I almost brought that lady home. I was like, come meet the family because
right.
we just got real
It
personal.
does feel great.
It feels great, but it
make
hurts
you
after.
go in there like walking slow and come out walking high.
Yeah, it's kind of like, okay. So, I mean, nonetheless, that's what happened with me this
Lesson
weekend.
learned. Now we know you get a massage, you gotta drink water. Thanks, Shauna.
You have,
Drink
no, you
water.
have to drink water. The reason, you still hurt the day after.
Yeah.
But the reason you drink, you will. But you have to drink water because of the toxin. So now when they're doing all of that, they're pressing the toxins out too. So now you got toxins floating around your body.
I really got, what can I do now?
You got to drink mad water.
Oh my gosh. I have to, guys, because I really feel like I'm in pain. And it's been like 3-4 days. I'm like, oh my God.
She's like, I'm still.
But you must have had some really deep knots. Like you must have had something for 3 or 4 days.
I feel like,
yeah.
And then
You were tight.
I asked my husband, I'm like, is your back hurting? He's like, yeah. I'm like, oh, I love this me. And what does she do to me, you know?
Yeah, no.
And on a funny note, so like we're in the massage thing, and we're not together. He's in a separate.
Oh, really?
Because they didn't have a together room.
Okay.
So I didn't mind. So the whole time I'm hearing, oh yeah. So in my mind, I'm saying, yo, Greg is really embarrassing me.
Like, if this is you, Greg.
Right? Like, it cannot be that good.
Right.
So we get out. I'm like, yo, it felt good, dude? He was like, that wasn't me.
Oh my God.
Like, it better
The
not
whole
be you.
time I'm mad, like, yo, shut up.
It
Why
better
you
not
so
be
cool?
you.
Is that all on the side?
The last massage I
Right.
got, I got like a prenatal massage. It was very good. And this, I got one like for my birthday. So I like recently just got one. And there was a guy that was like a couple of like places from me was doing the same thing. And I was just like, you're making this real
It
uncomfortable.
really feels
Because
like
all of the
though.
moaning was
It
making
really
me so
feels
You do
uncomfortable.
that when you're home
I
and
was
you have
like-
like a masseuse come to your house.
Yeah,
Around
like-
people.
He was like, oh.
Stop.
I was like,
I'm uncomfortable
ooh.
now. Because, like, are you getting a happy ending or something,
Like,
sir?
ooh, man.
Anyway.
Oh,
So that was
wow.
my weekend.
Busy.
So I bring up, yes, it was busy. I bring up marriage issue because, so there was a meme on Facebook that I commented on that got so much attention for my comment. I mean, granted, I'm very articulate, but
Love you so much.
I do. But the meme said, the last thing a man wants to come home to after fighting the world is round 2 with his woman.
Mhm.
Yes.
So, ladies, those that have a man, those that
Why
raise a
anybody getting
man,
a
those
happy
that are husbands, I commented and said on this meme, well, what does a wife do when there's something that she wants to discuss with her man, but she doesn't want to seem like she's nagging him? Does she not say anything at all and be resentful of him? Or does she say something to him and now she's a nag? Granted, he is fighting the world outside, but so are we.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're a housewife, you're dealing with a lot in the home with your kids. So when you come home, if I have an issue, do I not say anything because you have such a hard day?
Yeah.
Right.
What do we do?
Your stink socks is in the middle of the living room floor, and I don't want to say nothing because I don't want to be a nag. So I'm just gonna pick it
Right.
up. Maybe tomorrow. we'll
What's
see
with this
again.
thing about women and nagging? What do you think?
Maybe it's the way we speak that makes it sound like it's nagging. Maybe we could say a better
Some
word.
women are very nagging.
Yeah, yeah,
And you know that because some of your friends, you be like,
yeah.
but some women are very nagging. However, I think you have to be I feel like you need to keep your relationship very open and be like, listen, I don't know if you're going through a lot, but this is really bothering me. Like I don't know, how's your day? Maybe you start with how's your day. Now if he goes on and be like, yo, this guy at my job, maybe that's not the time to bring up.
That's a good idea.
Yeah,
that's a good
idea.
idea.
Exactly.
Yes.
Like, oh, my boss wrote me up. That's not the day to talk about the toothpaste that he did put the cap on.
Yeah.
You know, that's not that day. But if it's something like this cannot wait, be like, I understand your day, but this cannot wait. You know, this is imperative. This is time sensitive. We have to talk about this.
So choose your battles.
Yeah.
I one thing about that, I try to do that as much as I can in my marriage. That everything is not an argument and everything is not a conversation.
No, it's
Right.
Certain things we can let go.
Yeah.
I mean, if it builds up to the point where I see happening a lot and it's starting to really bother me, I will come to you. But if it's something like, okay, he lets us keep leaving the sock next to the hamper, which my husband does. I mean, the hamper is literally right here.
All Greg all out there.
Right? But am I going to go and go, can we talk? Can we have a discussion about this sock? No, it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
And that's the naggy part, I think, that we have to, a lot of women have to pinpoint on every little thing.
Yeah.
Like, if it's not something that's going to be ruining your marriage, don't we have to talk about it right now?
It's aggravating, but it's something like, just
Charles at work, but his own Minnie's watching. Hey, Minnie.
Babe, no happy ending.
No happy ending.
No, what's about
I mean, you know what? That's just, I feel like it's the woman thing to do. That's the bad thing. It's like, it's not about nagging.
so what
we
you
just
trying to
want
say,
like
we're naturally naggers?
we are.
We are.
No, we're naturally talkers, and men are naturally, they don't want to talk.
They don't
We
want
see it
So
as
that's-
communicating,
yeah.
but they see it as nagging. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, why keep it to ourselves so we don't seem like we're nagging? Like I said, maybe we should say it differently instead of going, time you come from work, you start rattling off.
But that's what I'm,
Or
Yeah.
I always like the idea of like maybe once a week, you set a day
Yeah.
and you talk and say, okay, honey, what don't you like I did this week? What and get all that out and then go about your business. Instead of just every day you just coming up.
What
with
I try to
meeting
do
them
with
at the door or
everybody,
something.
including my husband,
Don't meet him at the
when
dump.
you talk,
Yeah.
right. When you talk to somebody about any situation that bothers you, what I try to do, I always compliment you first. I always give you.
I
That's
hate
a
that.
teacher.
Oh,
That's a
I hate
teacher
that.
thing.
I do it, but I hate it.
What
Don't
I'll
do
say
it
is,
to me.
I'll say, Tiffany, you're such a good sister. I appreciate everything you do for me. And she feels good. I go, but there's one thing I want to talk to you about. I don't like when you come to my house and you dirty up my kitchen. But see, she felt good for a minute and not blow it the boom.
Yeah,
But I feel like don't sit here and give me a bunny and then have a knife behind it. Like, tell me
like what's.
Tell me what it is. Because when I'm feeling all good, but Amy said kind of the same thing. Like, if she's already annoyed, she'll wait till her emotions are controlled.
Right.
And I like that, Amy, because I find I'm divorced. This is not why I'm divorced, but I definitely will say when I was don't do that. It's not. But like, I definitely will say, that's called growth, folks. Now that I'm older and more mature, I know that I nagged my ex-husband like crazy because, and it would be, I never waited until my emotions were under control. From when he walked in the door, I was like, your clothes on the floor. You could have did the dishes last night. And sometimes it was like stuff that like, in retrospect, I'm like, all right, I probably could have left him alone about some of that stuff.
You didn't say.
But it was like stuff that
go.
Right. He was at work during the day. So all day I'm thinking about all this stuff. I'm walking through the house like, all right, he could have did this. He could have did that. So when he comes home, I have everything to tell him. I didn't care how his day was going. Nothing. I was like, let's talk immediately about this. Now I know, okay,
He could have been having a
Right.
bad day outside, and all he wanted to do was come home to his wife and sit down and have a
Right.
loving evening.
Mhm.
And as soon as he walked in, you was like,
Yeah.
like, oh my God.
Yeah, we have
Babe,
practice being more than
we have to, right. And I mean, we all do it. We all do it.
Yeah.
But there are times I walk in my house, and like I said, be real on this. I walk in my house, and I've had a bad day, and I walk and I bring it. And as soon as I
Yes,
walk
yes.
in, I'm like, why it's like that? Why it's like that? And now I think later on, I'm like, oh. They probably were like, Mom's home, but she won't.
Yeah.
They're like, and
like a
great.
monster.
And go.
Yes, I do it to my kids. I come
Yeah,
home from work and I'm
yeah.
like, why is the garbage there? Why is the dishes? Oh my God, I gotta come back.
Hey Chanel, hey
And
Marcus,
they're
hey
like-
Taisha.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So Dwight said he posted something earlier that women don't listen to understand, we listen to respond.
And I love that post,
It's
like,
true,
because
we
it
think
is
we
the
already
truth.
know the answer.
Yeah.
We just want to hear what you got to say.
Yeah,
We
we've
can't wait
already.
till you finish, so we can just.
I commented on his post because I said, right, you already have a response in your head. I don't care what you had to say. I'm just listening to you. I'm just humoring
Wait for
you.
my time.
Hey, Nikki.
I'm just humoring you to talk. But in my
Hey,
head,
Chris.
I already have my response. I'm just waiting for you to be like,
Ready till you
go
finish.
ahead. But a lot of times, if you listen to actually understand,
Yeah.
maybe you would change your response because maybe
Right.
you would understand it better.
Exactly.
But we're so ready to be like, I'm ready to respond. I'm ready to tell you what I want. People who listen to respond instead of to understand, you don't care to understand.
Right.
You
So
just
you already made your mind that you know the answer.
Like, this is what I'm
and-
about to say.
correct. And
Right.
those just tuning in, we're talking about a meme on Facebook that said that men fight the world outside, and the last thing they want to do is come home to a naggy or a wife and fight the battle in the home. And we're trying to figure out, what do we do as women that when you had a bad day and your man doing something wrong, okay, he got a bad day too, but now what do I say?
Sasha says certain things you learn to overlook depending upon how big or small it is.
That's what I had to
And
learn.
that's true.
Yes.
That's why I had to learn, like, since my divorce, I had to learn, like, certain things I could definitely overlook. There's obviously something that I'm like, all right, I didn't have to pick on him about that. But at the time, I was just like, I want to talk about whatever. Now I'm like, all right.
But on the side note, okay, so what do you do when you don't nag, or not even nag, you don't say certain things and you let things go because you figure you don't want to be a nag about it. But then he sees you as being dumb and weak, and he'll start just doing everything. I had a boyfriend at one time where he did a lot of things I didn't like. And I didn't say anything. I didn't want to be that naggy girlfriend. And in the end, he wound up cheating. And I was like, yo, because I could have said a lot of things to you I didn't like. A little bit I saw,
Yeah.
but I just didn't want to be that nag.
Yes.
So I'm not, maybe it's your approach.
Yes. Of course.
Like, you can still say what you want to say, but maybe it's how you say it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because you can't let everything go now.
You can't.
No, you can't.
Like,
You
oh,
can't.
it's phone at 3 a.m. Okay, do I say, who's that girl?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
no,
saying
wait. Yeah, no.
Right?
That's
That's
different.
different.
I
The
want to know who's
nagging,
calling.
the nagging. If they say you're nagging and they came in at 3 o'clock, they're cheating, and they don't want to talk about
They
it.
don't want to talk.
And they don't want to talk.
Stop
That's
doing the nag. That's
different.
what my boys.
That's different. That's like, oh, I'm trying to deflect and make it about you and not about me.
Yeah.
So then we're not talking about what I just did.
Right,
We're
right.
talking about why you're acting this way.
Yeah.
But if it's like socks and little things,
Kevin Hart said, he was like, yo, Kevin Hart come here, you run the microwave, cut the microwave off. Like, you talking about foolishness,
Yeah,
all right?
exactly. Taisha Lorenzo said, "Yes, story of my life with 5 children.
kids,
I
yeah.
have 5 children too, so I
She
understand.
knew y'all.
That's what
She
I said,
knew.
honestly,
I
you
understand
only
you,
two
girl.
part, like,
I understand you.
Julia said when you overlook it, then it's when it's time to explode. You bring up old stuff.
Yes, yes.
I'm a
I
firm believer.
agree.
I don't want to hear about it too much.
I am a ice.
I do
That's
that.
so
I used to.
true.
that's a
Stories
girl
for that.
thing.
Yes.
Girls will hold it in because we don't want to be the naggy girlfriend. But you drop one pencil on the floor. Oh my God! And 3 months ago, when you came in the house,
You did the same
Why
thing.
you didn't mention it 3 months ago?
And you think I didn't know you was talking to your mother about me, but I did. Like, what are you talking about? Where did that even come from? Like,
So, like, what do you want us to do? Do you want us to bring it up right when it happens?
I think most guys want you, maybe not right then,
All the
because
time?
a lot of guys don't want to be embarrassed. And I learned that too. In bad
Baby, you still
relationships.
watching? What do you need me to do?
Like they don't want to be embarrassed. So me, I used to be like, if I feel a certain way, I'm gonna tell you right now.
Yeah.
Regardless of who I'm around,
But
who
I
I'm
think
with.
you should.
But, yes.
Oh,
Like if if we with your boys and you doing something, I used to be like, yo, what are you doing? That's stupid.
No.
No,
No.
never do that.
We wait. It's like a child. You know when you go to the store and the
I
child
used to
acts
do that
up,
all the time.
you go wait till we get home.
Right.
It's like a child lady. It's like,
Please don't do
you
that.
wait till
Wait till you get
Right. You
home.
gotta wait.
Wait,
Like y'all,
growth.
I'm the
Growth.
growth. Okay.
Growth.
I'm the honey. I'm the I'm the turn up queen. I'll turn up in a minute. But I'll be like, I love you, babe.
Yeah.
Cause when we get home, it's about to be on.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna bring it in front of
Yeah.
people.
Now that's who I am. Before,
Yeah.
People
Growth.
don't need to know what you guys are going through or be in, because that's when people start to interject into your relationship.
absolutely.
When I'm with you, I don't care what you do wrong. I have a friend that always says that to me, Ian, and I took on that. As long as you're with me, you're always right. I don't care what you're doing.
Exactly.
You're right.
Yeah, you're right.
No.
Listen,
You're not-
no. Listen, let me tell you why I say that.
You're not right,
I'm
but-
never going to embarrass you in front of anybody.
Okay.
When we get home, I'm like, when you was outside, you was wrong.
Okay. All
But
right.
when you're around people,
All
I'm
right.
never going to say that to
Absolutely.
you.
Yes,
I always
absolutely.
have your back now.
Yeah.
Later on, we will deal with it.
Absolutely.
Because I don't want anybody to feel the rift anywhere.
And I believe that's
And guys and girls be outside like this.
Oh my
I'm not
God.
gonna do that.
Don't do
I'm not doing
that.
No.
I wasn't that person.
I used to be.
I wasn't that person, like outside or whatever.
Rah sister over here.
I wasn't this
Yeah.
person.
Yes.
But if this is his boy and me sitting here and you just did something like on your phone and I told you don't do that,
Julie said we both gonna be embarrassed.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
well, hey. Then I'm like, oh, didn't I tell you stop texting her? Like if I see something, I used to be like, didn't I say you stop texting her?
Oh,
Oh yes, I've done it.
I will say,
Like I said, I'm the turn up
real
queen, but
quiet, and you'll know I'm mad because we could be having
Hi,
a great
Candace.
evening, and then as soon as I see something wrong, I shut down. I'm quiet now.
Yep.
And
Right.
you'll be like, "What's wrong? You all right, babe? Why you acting funny?"
I'm like,
because in my
nothing.
mind, when we get home later,
Now
I
that's
remember
it.
everything.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now I have grown to understand, and maybe it's the years of being an adult, grown to
Right.
understand that you just cannot sit there and just like
Don't
blurt stuff
turn
out
up
like
your
that.
nose
Right.
Maybe
in
we
public.
should go
Yeah.
back
Hey, well.
to the saying about don't go to sleep angry. Maybe that if something happened that day, correct it before the next
hey
day.
Sasha.
I don't believe
Don't
that.
carry
I don't believe that's
Sunday into
logical.
Monday.
It's not
people,
logical. It's
People
not
in
logical.
marriages, they tell other
It's
people they're
not.
not married, and they be like, "Oh, never go to sleep." Shut up.
You gonna
Y'all
go
go
to
to
sleep
bed angry, but what you have to understand is you go into bed angry with your love, and you're gonna wake up with them, and you're gonna deal with that when you wake
But
up.
why don't?
'Cause I gotta sleep.
Why don't you
Wait,
handle Sunday?
no, but
problems
let me
on
tell
Sunday?
you what I do.
Why you carrying?
If
Monday?
Greg and I have a disagreement, and something he does, I don't like. Say we're not agreeing, and I'm not ready to get over it yet. I'm not going to go to bed like, let's get over it because one of us died tonight. I'm not going to do that. Because
Not even
I'm
that.
still upset. What I will do before I go to bed, I'll say, night, I love you. So you know, I still love you even if we
Right.
have an argument.
Yeah.
But I'm not ready to finish that argument just yet.
And
Exactly.
some
Don't be
arguments-
fake. I'm not ready
some
to
arguments
be.
you
I'm not
shouldn't
ready to be
have.
over it. I'm not ready.
Yeah.
To,
Right, don't
even
be
if we
fake.
make up, honestly, even if we make up, I'm probably still gonna be mad for a little bit. Like I'm not just gonna go back to being happy. So I'm probably still gonna go to bed a little mad because I'm not gonna lie. Somewhere in my head, I'm sitting like I probably can still continue this argument tomorrow.
That's why I don't believe that's true.
But really,
In my head,
Yes,
I'm like, because I'm
but
sitting there,
wake
I'm
up in
thinking
the
like,
morning, I'm still mad at what you did for dinner last night.
Absolutely.
I'm not ready to get over
I'm not
it.
ready.
yeah, I'm not ready to give
and
up.
that's why some arguments, some discussions
Yeah.
should
Oh.
wait until both parties are level-headed
Right. Because you know,
enough to have that
have
conversation.
you guys? I know you have.
Well, Dwight, that ain't a makeup. Dwight said you gotta. Well, y'all read that response.
have you ever had? Got
Well,
Have you ever got mad and it's like 3 weeks later and you sitting there like and picking your phone?
Yeah.
Like a long
I'm
time.
like, and another
But see,
thing.
but that's what
No,
I'm
I
saying.
don't-
And you're like this. Where's this coming from? Like, I'm still mad.
But see,
I'm
that's
mad
what
about
I disagree with.
And unless if you apologize, then I'll let it be. But if you do it again,
But
are we gonna have an
guys
issue?
think, and guys, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
but guys I know, they think that because they said sorry, it should
No, no, no.
automatically be over.
no. Like a genuine sorry. Like you know what you did.
But you
Not
can-
like sorry,
but you
babe,
still
so
be
we can
hurt.
stop talking.
But can you still be hurt?
Yes, we can, but that doesn't mean I have to keep
No,
bringing
but
it
they
up.
think soon they say
That's my
sorry,
thing.
it's
I
done.
can still be upset and I could verbalize that to you and tell you, yes, I'm still upset. But if we've talked about it in a lengthy discussion, because I hate that. If we've talked about this already and we've gotten over it, you apologize, and we clearly understand each other,
Yeah.
and I'm still hurt about it, I'll tell him, look, listen, I'm still bothered. I may act a certain way when X, Y, and Z happens. I'm still bothered by this. I'm working through it. It's me. I understand and just go through it. But to keep bringing it up, don't do that.
Okay,
Taisha.
I was about to say, can we talk about that for a minute? Sleeping in separate beds.
No.
Then you get upset.
If you're
That's
doing
like
If you
that,
got that
the
bad,
marriage is done.
Yeah.
Y'all in trouble. Y'all in trouble. But so look, I'm in danger.
I'm in danger.
You're in danger because that's to the point where you don't even want to be next to that person. I can be upset with you, but I still want to sleep next to my
I'm your resident G4SA. That's when when it got to the end, right before the end, we didn't sleep at all together. It was like, you don't sleep in here, I don't sleep, don't even get near me. Because at that point, now it's like, I don't want to be in your same space. And once you get to that point,
you're done.
Then we're done.
Sidebar. Julius says he doesn't apologize. He showed his apologies and his actions.
You had
love
apologize,
it.
Julius.
No. I would love that.
Yeah.
No. You don't have to say it. You don't have to
Don't say it if you don't
That's
mean
his
it.
love languages.
Yes.
Because that is how he does acts of service. Me, remember,
There you go.
I am the person that has to hear
Here we're
affirmation. I need that. Sorry. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
If you guys did not watch a couple episodes
Yeah.
ago, we talked about love languages and how people express love, their version of love. So, okay, then I guess if you show your apology in your
in
action.
action. You don't have to necessarily tell me I'm sorry for X, Y, and Z.
Right.
Which he probably will just say it just to get me to shut up, which is cool. But when you actually act on that sorry, that's when it becomes real to me.
I think I don't want to hear sorry because if you're not really
Right.
sorry,
If you're not really sorry,
because later
don't say it.
on, like you're gonna do it again.
Be like,
Like,
I mean, I don't only want the word.
like
Do
if
something
they,
wrong with it.
like, don't be sorry,
Be
be
careful.
careful. Be careful. Like,
Hey, Miss Paulette.
Hi, Paulette.
hello.
yeah, I definitely, I don't know. It's hard. I just feel like as women, it's hard for us not to nag. We are naturally like,
But it's not nagging.
Nagging.
See, I think
It's not
we think
nagging.
We're just expressing. We're just
They
talking.
call it nagging. We call it expressing
Listen,
ourselves.
yes, just listen to what I'm saying. All you have to do is listen to what I'm saying and have a conversation.
They call it nagging because it's constant. I think that's what it is.
But it's because we
Yes,
talk a lot.
every
We like
day.
talking.
Like I said,
If you want to be a woman, if you want to be with a woman, know that you're going to get some conversation and deal with it.
Right.
Same thing if I know I want to be with a man, sometimes you're going to have to look at something on basketball.
well, that's, I mean, you can look by
Like, you know what I'm saying? If y'all sitting there like compromise, what I'm saying is compromise. That's what I'm saying.
That's what I
And
think it
pick
is.
your battle.
And pick your battle.
Everything's not an argument.
No,
really
it's
isn't.
not.
It really isn't.
Everything's not.
When you start arguing to the point where you're arguing more than you're laughing and having fun, it's bad. And if you look back at your argument, you probably be like, that was real dumb. I could let that go.
I've had
Exactly.
some arguments. I'm like, what?
Right.
Like,
Right.
okay.
Yeah.
But because I'm an Aries, it's hashtag Aries season. Guess what? Even if I'm wrong, I'm still right. So even if I be like, that's a dumb argument, I bet I will never tell you.
Taisha said it. If we don't nag, there's a problem, and that's
Exactly.
true. If your
If
girlfriend
you're not
ever
saying
stops talking to you,
Yep, she don't care
Right,
no
she don't
more.
care.
it's done.
She done.
You're done.
Okay, well, Dwight says, what about women trying to act like the man? And if you act like the man, I don't have to.
Right.
Boom.
Right. Why are we acting
I
like
dropped
men?
the
If
mic.
there's
I
no
don't
space
know.
for me to come in that place, because you already filled that position, then I can't do that.
And that's one thing I saw on Instagram. It was like something about black men always are, upset about black women not being submissive. This is a big word.
Shabba.
This is a big word, submissive. But I will submit to you if you show me you can handle that.
Yeah.
Like,
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
That's the thing. Men say, "Oh, black women don't have a submissive bone in their body."
That's not
We
true.
do.
But step
you
up.
step up.
Lead.
Lead.
I
Lead like you're supposed to
follow-
lead, not because
I'm
you want
only-
me to.
right, I'm
You know what I
only
mean?
gonna follow a good leader.
Control the situation.
Everybody can try to lead. Everybody can't lead.
Yeah.
I'm only going to follow a good leader.
Yeah.
Somebody that I know that's not going to lead me into something that's wrong.
Yeah.
So if you're doing your job right, I don't have no problem being
Exactly.
submissive.
Yes.
that's true.
Put your
I
foot down
want you to be the
sometimes,
man.
but
I
a
want you to
lot
be
of-
the head.
Yeah, but a lot of women,
Ha!
They-
Say that again.
The men are the
Preach.
head.
Preach.
We are the helpmate. I don't mind helping you, But once I start doing everything,
Thank
now
you.
I'm not
Now-
helping. I became the manager.
Exactly.
But the wife said it's not about submission; it's about stroking their ego.
No, submission. No, I'm
That's
gonna.
different.
I think I think they like
Who's stroking who's ego?
the
About
woman
us
stroking
stroking
their
their
ego.
ego.
But I think submissiveness is all about stroking the ego. If I am
And
a
you
lot,
know we
that's
don't
it.
really
You know, I don't really want to just.
Right, I know.
If,
Y'all do that.
if you know that I'm this girl all day, you know what I mean? And I'm sitting like, okay, babe, all right.
All right.
I am respecting you enough to take down
To let you right. We don't want to
and
do
let
that.
you do.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. So
We
that
let
is
you
stroking
do
your
it.
ego. Oh, yeah,
Exactly.
you
I'm stroking
right.
your ego.
But for me,
Oh, I really
If you're a
enjoyed
man-
that movie. And no one good about it.
Right, but
But
you know,
for me, I feel like if you're a man that's gonna take charge, gonna take that role, I want you to take that
Take
role.
it.
Exactly.
Because as a strong woman, yeah, I am very like
we can.
whatever. I can do it,
But I don't
but
want
sometimes
to.
I would like to sit back and let you do it.
Right.
I
Yes.
don't always want to do it.
And ladies, it's not about us being weak. We can do it. But like she said, sometimes we just don't
I
want
just don't want to do it.
Can you please just take over right now and be
Exactly.
the man in my life?
Yeah.
And
Take
the
over.
head, let me know where we going. You on a date? Stop saying, "Oh, I want to go on a date." Okay, where we going? I don't know where you want to go.
Yeah,
no,
Say,
you
I'm
ask
taking
so-
you
Exactly.
so.
I'm taking you right.
Right.
Let's go.
Another side note, ladies, let them open the door for you. Let them pull out the chair, because if you stop them from doing that,
That's
when
the
you
one
get
that's
later on down the
activated.
line and you now want them to step up and put on them britches, they're gonna be like, "What are you talking about?
We
You
know-
want it to be equals.
We know you
can't want to
do
be
it.
equals.
We
and
know we
wanna-
can open doors ourselves.
Right.
We know we can do these things. We are strong women.
Yeah.
But if he wants to do it, let
Go ahead.
him. It's not taken off of you.
I
We
remember
know
I
the
dated
women
this
are the
guy
head of the
once.
household. No,
I'm
men are
not-
the head of the household.
I dated this guy once. Let me tell you. I dated this guy once. I remember like telling him that all the time. Like, I want you to step up and do, like, be the man here. He would always be like, "Oh, I don't really know how to plan dates," and he'd be like, "Well, what do you want to do?" But it's annoying for me to
turn off.
constantly.
It's a turn off.
If I'm
Very,
constantly
very big
planning the
turn
dates, I'm kind of like, you're not doing anything. It was like such a like. I was just like, I'm over this.
Just ask me out, have it planned already. Everything. I want
Right.
to show up. I don't want to do the work. I don't. Sometimes I just want to be able to be that lady that's being taken care of. I don't want to do it.
But that's
Yeah.
why I said long time in the other episodes about dating is hard, because the men doesn't come like before and like,
Like they
okay,
used to.
I want to take you out to eat, be ready by 7:30. Oh, that's a date to me. It's where you want to go. What you had in mind? Maybe we could do. If
Like, you didn't
ask
plan
me-
nothing.
If you ask me, you should have all.
Face yourself.
Yeah.
She never one that wanted him to open a door for her. Okay, you might not want him to open the door for you, but if he did, are you gonna be like, I
Are
got
you
my
my
own
own
door?
door? Right.
Let him do it.
Yeah,
So what?
When dating, I dated this guy that was very like, that was like a big thing for him. He opened car doors, he closed car doors, he opened doors for me. We went in places. We did the whole like walking on the inside of the door, like walking on the inside of the street thing. He was very like, had to stick that, and like if I varied from that, like I would reach for the door, he'd give me a look like, "Why'd you do that?"
Like, let him
He
be
was-
that man.
Right, and it got to the point where at first I was like, "Oh, that's annoying," but then I got it. That's
Right.
what he want to do. Let him do
I'm
it.
teaching my sons that. Like, I noticed that when I'm going to the store with them. The
Mm-hmm.
other day we was coming out the store, and I stood there. Mikey, he opened the door, and I went through. Or when I paid for the bags, the
Yeah.
groceries, I leave the bags on the counter and I walk off. And he just automatically, okay,
Don't you
Mom,
think
got it? Don't you get
that
it?
when you stop them from doing them little things,
That's
then they'll
what I-
stop doing bit like, okay,
Yes.
she don't want me to open the door for her. She don't want me to
Exactly.
do, she don't do that. So now little things like he stopped like totally neglecting you.
Then now we're
Then you're
mad.
like, you don't do that no more.
Yes.
Because you always tell me
And
no, you can
exactly.
do it yourself.
And
Yes.
then so you starting the narrative.
Yes,
So now
yes.
you come into the relationship, this big, strong black woman. Well, any color
And be
woman,
that, be
strong
that.
woman.
Be
You
all-
can do that, but then you have to allow him to be that strong man as well.
Right.
Yes.
So you
Right.
cannot
It's a
sit there
balance, it's a
and
balance.
you can't sit there because it's a lot of females. I mean, I'm not married, so I ain't catch that fish yet. But at the same time, I feel like it's a lot of women that sit there and they emasculate the man, and then when they get in the middle of a relationship, why you not being a man? Because you don't scream the man out the man.
He
Yes,
don't want to
yes.
do that
You
no
don't
more.
scream
That's
out
what
of
I like
him.
to say. He said
Exactly.
when a man is too nice, someone will
Yeah.
look at him as being weak and they don't take him seriously. Like, I mean,
Right.
you know what? That's something I will say. Like, when it comes to planning dates, I'm like, let's go to IHOP. But one thing that, like Terrell does. Terrell plans dates that I don't even think about doing. Like he is the absolute date planner in our relationship. He never says to me, unless it's like something random, like, what do you want to do for lunch? He never says anything like, what are you going to do? If we're doing something, it's like, he already got the plan. He already got whatever. But I like that. Take charge. I need that.
It makes you want to sit there and do things for him because
because he's the man. He showed me like, you're doing the man thing. So how am I going to be like, okay, whatever. So I don't feel the need to nag at him about stupid stuff. I'll be like, well, you're doing what you should be doing.
Exactly.
Yeah, we have to. Like,
and then that's when you get a woman that will do stuff for you. That will do little stuff.
I tell my husband, happy wife, happy life. And it's true.
And
not his wife. You make your girl feel loved and happy, she will give you the world.
The world. I saw today it was a woman, it was a split screen. A woman with her face all made up, makeup, another side, this is to the extreme, but another side beat all up, bloody. Mm-hmm. On the top, she was like, please guys, give me advice. He beat me up, but I want to know, what should I do? I love him so much.
I mean, girl.
That's extreme, but what I'm saying to say that is that but what I'm saying that to say is, if you treat your woman and love, she will go to the ends of the earth.
Yes,
for you. And you will not, like, especially if a good one.
Yes,
like me and my sister. I don't know, pretty much what she do, but my other sister. But we have good ideas when we dating.
Oh yeah.
My sister went on a date back in the day. Remember when you made the house Italy?
Yes.
And then she really had the things in the ceilings and the spaghetti and
when I am loved and I am happy.
Yes, you don't know.
Listen, my husband, when we got married, you got to do counseling.
No, premarital counseling.
And they asked him, why do you want to marry Tanya? He said, well, of course I love her, but because she treats me like a king. Mm-hmm. And I do. As long as you treat me like the queen that I am, you will still get treated like the king that you are. That's what I'm saying. That's what you gotta do. It's a balance.
It is. Us ladies have to calm down.
Okay. You're preaching over there now.
We need to calm down.
We love each other, but
like Tiffany said, growth. I love you.
Down. And I feel like a lot of women sometimes they feel like the and the fighting that means something. That's not it.
And we're not saying for you to be weak, and we're not telling you give in, but sometimes grow up a little bit and realize that you can still be who you are. Yeah. You're still that strong woman, but don't make him feel weak because that doesn't make you feel stronger, honey.
It doesn't. Because what it's gonna do is he's gonna be mad you nagging all the time. Now he's not gonna do what you want him to do because he's gonna either find somebody else or he's gonna stay with you and you're gonna be miserable and he be miserable.
Tell them about the crack dwellers.
Oh Lord.
Well,
a crack dweller.
That's another.
That's another topic.
That's a whole other episode, guys.
Pin and crack dwellers.
Pin it,
guys. You want to know?
I will tell you another time about the crack dwellers.
Lala, I like that. It's she said you gotta let it be known what you expect from jump. Like a lot of times you gotta let it be known like from day one what you want. Yes. Which is again, if you let it be known what you want from day one, so you start out like don't start out crazy. Just start like, hey, look, okay, Amy says 100, not even 50-50. Like, let's start out where we need it.
100.
So I told you the queens, like, together.
I don't like this.
This friction.
I don't like this. All right. I'm uncomfortable.
Together.
This
is not good either. I
don't know.
I don't know. Just be together. Just be equal.
Okay, so
a while back we were playing this game, like we were at a game night and we were playing charades. And the word was stable.
And
I was like, Shoshana,
how
this.
Is it stable?
And she was like,
moving.
what? And I was like,
stability means staying still.
I couldn't think that this is what came in my brain. All right, whatever. So now that you're doing, I'm like, stability. Okay, whatever.
No. So on the note of relationships and guys, so today is Thursday. Throwback Thursdays. And we decided to throw back on men from the past, celebrity men. Okay, so it's that throwback. Who were you not NAFTA back in the day?
Dr.
Chambray, this is just for you. This is my coworker, Chambray. Yeah, Chambray.
Look at that belly. To the side.
That's just for you, Chambray.
Not two. It's just one.
It's my baby.
She's a big baby.
Okay, so Lonnie, who were you dot throbbing after back in the day?
Y'all might
Dot throb throwback Thursdays.
Y'all might think like, what?
Now, when y'all have y'all, you can put it on the comments
Yes,
so we can read
Let
it.
us know, guys and girls.
Guys
who's
and
y'all-
girls, yes.
Who's y'all oldies throwback
This was
crush?
mine. Did
Okay.
y'all see this?
Okay, let me stand up.
Yes.
I don't even know who this
Who is
is.
this? That's when I was like, who is that?
Who is that? Who is
And
that?
anybody know who that is?
Nobody knows who that is.
Nobody.
I used to like, in my head, this is like my man.
I don't know who that is.
Who is this?
Anybody know before I say it?
I don't know.
Cricket.
You don't know?
Who is that?
This is Lord Jamar from Brand New Beats.
Oh.
I don't even know who Brand New Beats is.
Oh my God.
Oh.
Remember? Punks get up. Wait, how go punks jump up to get beat down?
Oh, that's see that?
Yeah. Look. Okay, but is he not, is he a celebrity?
Is he a celebrity?
Well, he
Can
was.
I-
Can I see him on Flatbush?
Probably so.
Probably.
He's
Nah.
old man. He's not still singing.
Okay.
She didn't even know who
I
he
got
was.
it.
Anyway, this is fun.
That's not his throwback crush.
That's a throwback crush.
All right,
This
well.
was my man.
Go back for us.
This is when I started liking men with dreadlocks.
Lord Jamar.
Yes.
Lord
Lord
Jamar.
Jamar from Brand New Beats.
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly, Greg. You can walk down Flatbush.
Yeah,
I don't care. Show me what block, because I will
He
be.
ain't a young
Like,
I don't care.
The randomest block.
And no, he's not from here because I looked at their unsung the other night.
Girl.
And they're from New Rochelle.
you already know. First of all,
So you gotta go to Queen.
Y'all, first of all, you already know he's on.
So you
once-
gotta
guess
go to
what?
Queen.
Once he's on Unsung, you already know
It's over.
That's the
Okay,
hit.
let me get up again because Tiffany goes. What's Tiffany's?
Don't
My-
even. This is just ridiculous.
My crush
Yeah, I can't believe this.
This is just ridiculous.
is Al Green. Let me tell y'all something,
This
okay?
is ridiculous.
Al Green.
Let me tell y'all.
Trying to get somebody
Not
daddy,
even-
granddaddy.
I mean, if y'all really see that person like that's like that oldies, 70s Al Green, let me tell y'all something.
Al Green.
Al
Tiffany's
Green
throwback crush.
is
Al
somebody's
Green,
granddaddy.
honey.
That is. That's somebody's granddaddy.
Al Green,
Al Green.
honey, love, and happiness.
Yeah.
Girl, I be listening to some Al Green right now, and I'm like,
So you like the young Al Green? Or the
yeah,
old?
not like old Al Green.
Hey guys,
Hey guys.
sorry for a minute. That was a brief technical issue.
Difficulties.
Sorry about that.
Did they miss us?
Okay,
You know why? Because y'all was hating on my love for Mr. Al Green. That's
So
why.
somebody's grandchild went on and like said, no, not my granddaddy.
So Tiffany's throwback
Crush is Al Green.
Al Cleophas
Yes.
also
Back in the day,
Grit
like
Slayer.
current Al Green is like, I mean, he's like somebody really is somebody granddaddy.
He really is.
But back in the day, Al Green was what?
No.
Really though?
Nah.
No, he wasn't.
Go back and look on YouTube. He did like a Soul Train appearance.
so
And
With his cane.
no, he did a Soul Train appearance, and his like Al Green was popping. He still is. I love you, Uncle Al. Y'all mind your business. He's
Uncle-
fine.
If you have to call him Uncle Al,
Exactly.
that should not be your
I
crush.
said that. If you gotta call him Uncle Al, that's really nasty.
I love you, Al Green.
Okay, so
I don't know anybody would call Uncle and be like, ooh.
Ew.
Whatever. I love you, Al.
Shauna, okay, so who is your throwback crush of tonight? Okay, guys, can we see who this is?
Come on. Y'all.
Yes!
Oh.
Uncle Malik.
Ain't no uncle. That ain't no uncle, honey.
Uncle Malik.
Oh. This right here.
Hey, Ian.
Hey, Ian.
Hey, Ian.
How you coming? I'm glad you came in, Ian.
Yes,
Hello.
we got-
With that toothpick on New York undercover.
Ashy lips.
Throwback.
Yeah, don't worry about that. She kept
Crush.
licking them, but it was good though.
We talking about our throwback crushes, and she gonna come at me talking about Al Green, but meanwhile she got this ashy lip.
Throwback.
Malik,
Now,
What?
I don't know why was his lip so ashy. Though?
I think that went for his
Dry.
sexiness because he kept
It
licking
did
it.
it. It did.
It didn't. No, I like the licking of it, but okay. But
All right, you know what? Yeah.
that
Ooh,
tip
and
that
be up undercover.
now, however, Malik is not so hot to
Kim
me.
said Onyx. Really?
Onyx, that's a good one. But he's not so hot to me. I saw him at like Soco. Okay, not so great.
But Kim said Onyx. Which one Onyx?
Wasn't
The
it
whole
really?
Onyx.
The whole Onyx. I would go with it. Everybody not.
Before I technical difficulty, they were having a discussion about Topanga from Boy Meets World. Y'all so like
She was cute.
she was cute.
Topanga?
I'll give
Oh.
Okay, so
Okay, well.
last but definitely not least,
This is ridiculous.
I don't give a damn.
This is wrong.
Ooh, I don't even want to show you. I got one picture. My throwback crush. It's not even a throwback. It's right now.
So right now,
Currently.
currently
I'll give her this one.
I don't say nothing about this man because I know my husband don't like it.
Oh my God! Come on now.
Okay, I'm just gonna show you a picture.
Is this?
Ew!
I want to be on you.
Whatever.
Let me tell you
It was
something.
Jesus.
There's so many kids.
I don't
with names
care
R.
what
Kelly.
nobody says
Oh,
about
wait.
R. Kelly.
That was a good one.
And I don't mean R. Kelly now because he do
I
some
mean R. Kelly.
things that he's not supposed to. I mean back in
No.
the day, bald head vibe. Oh God.
Yes, R. Kelly.
R. Kelly.
Only because he can
Kelly.
sing.
R. Kelly.
Only because he can sing.
No,
Only 'cause
it's
he
not.
can sing.
Listen, girl, I'm
Only
gonna get
'cause
real
he can
tonight. It's not because he can sing. Even
It's
after
not?
R. Kelly
It's
put
not.
that video out, and everybody was mad about that little 12-year-old girl he peed on her and stuff. Let me tell you something right now. I couldn't care. I go to R. Kelly concert. I'm gonna sit right there with my raincoat on,
With a
my
poncho
goggles
on.
on.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, oh no.
I got a poncho on hoping that he don't pee on the
Just
first row.
don't pee in my leave out.
Girl.
I'm good.
He don't have to pee on me. I just want to spend a weekend in his
Ooh,
ranch.
yes.
Why? I don't get
Because
this.
back in the day,
Take me to the coat,
girl,
baby. I
back,
don't care.
back in the day, back that Vibe video when he had the white jumpsuit with no shirt on.
shirt.
So white, doggone now, honey.
R. Kelly, R. Kelly,
R.
R.
Kelly,
Kelly.
R. Kelly.
Every
R.
song he
Kelly.
ever made, stop playing.
12
Honey.
Oh, 12 play, we couldn't sing when we were little because it was
Nope,
my
yeah.
mother was like, what y'all singing? But
Wait, what?
But
Don't.
No.
so see, I don't see how y'all giving him all this play. Y'all ain't
Thank you.
gonna
That's
give
what I'm saying.
Al
You
Green no
can't.
play.
I'll take Uncle Al over pedophile Kelly.
Y'all don't want to give
all,
Al Green no love.
that child is not the 12.
Why y'all, girl? Don't nobody even remember who is this?
Everybody
Lord
knows.
Jamar.
Everybody know they love Malik. Everybody know.
Lord
Everybody know.
So
they
y'all
love
really don't want to give Al Green no
No.
love.
No.
But right now, if I sit here and be like,
I like
I like the song. Y'all gonna sit here like, live a happy day.
No.
The song.
I like the
song is good.
But I'm not, okay,
I know.
if you had to go to a date with Al Green, would you go to
You
a
want to
date?
date Al Green?
Oh,
You
my
gonna be
God.
at his
my
geriatric
God.
ward?
That's so nasty.
Oh, my God.
You gonna be
Al
at his
Green.
geriatric?
Where is Misha?
Al Green and honorable
she
mention
watching?
the wonderful Mr. Ron Isley, because he
Oh,
gassed
Ron, I
hard.
have to say, Ron Isley.
That man
he
is
does
80
something-
years
He does
old.
something for me. Now, Ron Isley, I
Okay,
can
so
say.
she picked another one. Since we don't have the picture, well then I'm gonna pick one too. Boris Bojan. Boris.
Boris Bojan.
He's all right.
He not,
He got a big old
girl,
head.
but he not even oldies. We can't even
He's
give him an
not
oldie
He's
though.
not. I don't feel like
I got
because I
oldies.
feel
He
right
is,
now.
he
No, he
is.
is not. Because right now,
He
there's
not.
mad people
He
crushing
not.
on him.
That's right, Natalie. Now you the pee queen, Tony. But
Yes.
you know what? Then I'll
Natalie,
be Natalie.
I don't care,
Then I'll be
girl.
Okay,
Queen
but now we
Princess.
said up top, I'll be sure, and that's a good one.
No.
Yes, he,
no.
back in the
Back
day,
in the day,
I'll be sure now.
Eyebrows?
No. Yes, he
Yeah,
was
this
like
ain't
that.
going.
That's
Looks
a-
like-
what the-
I'm sexy.
Exactly. That's how you look like that.
But he was
He was
sexy though.
Yeah.
All you need is to get you some wax,
No.
slap that right there. Whew.
But it came right back.
So what? You keep
No.
doing it. Mine do too. You know what I mean?
Okay.
If you liked him, you liked him. Oh,
Okay, wait. So here's another one. I couldn't pick between both of these, but R. Kelly the first one. Licking your lips, LL Cool J.
Yes.
LL Cool J so fine right now.
He got some type of
Back in the
feeling.
day with the song, I need a girl with extensions in the hair.
What's
Baby,
going on?
I wore my extension and my earring, and I was hoping he would see me on the street.
and I saw
What I was
him
mad
in
about
that-
is he never said, you know how you go through the names?
Yeah.
Never said my name.
He say my name.
Because we didn't have names like that.
He never said my name.
Shoshana, ain't nobody say Shoshana. Okay, I'm sorry. Ain't nobody saying Shoshana.
No.
I
He
love
could have
you.
said Seisha. I would
No,
have
most
said
people would've gotten
any
Shoshana.
I would have said
Oh
any
my God.
variation.
But that's it.
I know.
Because I don't care for LL Cool J.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.
So next week we're having 3 people on the show.
1, 2, 3.
Bye.
Y'all, we talking about throwback crushes, and honestly, LL Cool J has never been mine. I
That
really
man is
She
so
likes
fun.
Old people.
Old people.
I'm so tired.
She don't like LL Cool J, but she like Ron
She like in
Isley.
between they eating.
Al
She giving
Green.
their insulin shot, and that's so sexy for her.
Yes, sis. LL is fine.
Fine.
And them lips.
Now, let me give everybody giving 2. I'm gonna give another one, and everybody, I know this one.
Ain't
Y'all gonna.
nobody know now.
I know DMX.
All right, guys.
What?
So we're cutting off.
So next week they're gonna be 2 people.
Shauna like crackheads.
No, let me tell you, when I met Shauna was like Miss Darkman X, girl. Shauna loved us
He
some
was
DMX.
cute when he first came out. But
No, he wasn't.
Now, that crackhead ate him
oh
up, girl.
my
Y'all hear that? Y'all hear that in his voice? That's the crack.
Can I get some eggs?
That's the
Can I get some
worst.
bacon?
That's the crack rocks gurgling
Yes.
his throat.
I don't care.
He
He
is
was
not
cute.
cute.
Kim, on a side note, because I see that R. Kelly stole his stuff from Aaron Hall. Let me tell you something. It may be true. However, Aaron Hall lost cool points to me. Y'all already know when he did that video. I miss you because I really was sad about his wife.
Oh
when
my
he was
God,
dead.
this video.
I can't believe this. If you think that was real,
I'm talking to you.
I thought his wife was dead for real.
That really had
That
me
was a
crying.
video, you nut job.
No, but that was really.
I didn't know.
before we
It was really
realized that
touching.
video was fake.
It was touching.
Well,
Well,
throwback dot throb of
Dot throb.
Apparently, Tiffany likes old men.
love and happiness.
I guess I like the peer or whatever.
And I like the real sexy one.
anyway,
And
I
I
like
like
the
the
real
unknowns.
sexy. You telling me if this man came up to you and be like, "You're under arrest," you wouldn't be like, "Yes"?
No.
I'm gonna be like, quick, Uncle Al, tell me.
and
I'm
I'm like,
yes,
quick, Lord
officer.
Jamal.
Yes,
Listen,
officer.
Johnny gonna start dating that man right there next week. Because he outside.
Cause I,
He
Yeah, he's
outside.
outside. We gonna go get
This
him.
right here is my type.
That dude right. Okay.
Oh,
okay.
that's good.
Okay.
Thank you. Good
We
job.
got that now.
Now let's hold this.
Just a
This
little.
is gonna have to.
Was it not tip or Londy tip?
A Londy tip.
So when we start doing the dating online
Jesus.
portion
Yes.
of the show,
if you know him, let him know. 'Cause
Yeah, no, we found Bobby the other. We found
because
Bobby.
he's
Look,
old now.
you got
He's
Bobby.
married.
you can't look. If you know him, he knows somebody else
Old
better
and
watch
he's
the time.
married.
he probably right there on Flatbush and Cortez.
Exactly.
Don't ring his bell.
Don't ring his bell. Stop having to watch the show.
The watch tea time, please.
Whatever.
We looking for him.
Guys,
He is cute.
so last week we talked about Bobby Simmons, and I told you if you will go next week and watch last week, go rewind it to the end. Rewind it. Fast forward to the end. Sorry. And I said I'm gonna find Bobby Simmons, and I'm gonna have this man on this show. Now, don't get excited. I found Bobby Simmons, and I messaged him. He answered me back, and he was like, "Wow." That's really nice. I wish I can be on your webcast.
Bobby, we
Bobby, Bobby,
What?
we will,
Now, wait.
I am coming for you.
On a side note,
Bobby.
wait. I gotta give some background because everybody y'all remember is not from Brooklyn.
Okay.
Y'all don't know who Bobby Simmons is, so y'all
It's
don't
only
understand.
Brooklyn?
Yeah, it's
Only
that
Brooklyn?
was Access TV.
I don't think nobody outside
That
Brooklyn
was if
knows
you
who
did
Bobby
not
Simmons
have cable.
is. Bobby
You had
Simmons was on public
Yes.
access television. He used to play music videos back in like the 90s. And he used to just be sitting with a black screen behind him playing videos. And like people would call in, they would request videos, and he would play them. He did these skits sometimes.
Which was the funniest.
Which was like the
ever.
craziest skits. He used to have like this producer behind him. He'd be like, "Hey Ray," and like you never saw Ray, or you never heard Ray, but he'd be like, "Ray."
Yes.
It may not
Exactly.
even have been a Ray. We don't
He
even
was
know.
in full conversation with Ray. We never saw him. Sometimes he'd be sad. The girls would call him like, "Bobby, you remember me? I met you." He'd be like, "Yeah, I remember you." Bobby remember none of the girls,
You
but
remember the skit where he said, "I am telling you," and he was talking to himself.
Yo,
I'm not going.
Bobby was epic.
The other one, what's that? The one they did the dance video.
With Michael Jackson.
Like, yes. And he
Oh,
said,
Dance Machine.
Yes.
Yes.
He did Give Me the Loot. He did
Yes.
Morning.
Give me the loot.
Bobby was
I
epic.
love Bobby. And I
Is
found
Fumi on here?
him.
Oh,
No, man, Fumi
I
know
know
Bobby.
Fumi know Bobby.
And I am friends with Bobby. I am going to try to get Bobby one day. I'm working on it, guys, to call in to this webcast. He already talked to me twice.
If we can get Bobby to call in, y'all,
That would make it.
Yes.
That would make it for us. For us Brooklynites.
Yes.
we be like, we made it.
We made it.
Mama, we
Mama,
made it.
listen, Mama, we made it.
Mama,
We
I
here.
love it. Oh,
It
guys,
is.
it's our 11th, actually. Last week was our 10th.
Really?
Yeah.
No, it's 10.
I guarantee it's not. Today's our 11th show. Last week was our 11th.
But
I got to prove people wrong, Jesus. Okay, guys. So
she pulling up receipts.
I always do. I always do.
Go ahead. While she pulling receipts, if somebody can find out, bring to him to call in the
And
show.
somebody
also.
can find Lord Jamar.
Girl, somebody gonna ring his bell. We
I
don't
know
say-
where he's at. He's in the nursing home.
We already told you.
Most likely in California.
Somebody gonna ring this nigga bell and tell him to call in.
However, I do know where he is, but I'm not. I want this one. If he can go back here, this
I want this Ivory. Look at him. Look
I
at
want
this.
this one.
Look at him. He was mad sexy. His little tight pants.
At least he wasn't sexy. That man's skinny.
I'm so tired of being a...
And we all know what R. Kelly is, so we're peeing on somebody's child.
Who cares?
For shame.
Guess what?
He getting my room ready in that coat.
I
wait.
peed on her,
I'll
but
wait.
she had no complaints.
I don't care. I'm so sorry.
She did.
No, she
I
didn't.
don't care.
Did she complain? How we know
No,
about
she
it?
really.
How did we know about it?
Because
I don't
somebody
care.
they leaked the tape and then they was
Oh,
saying,
so how did
"Shut
we
up."
know about
I
it?
gotta prove people wrong, guys. Hold on.
When they said,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Today's the 11th. I didn't upload today. Today is our last week was our 10th show, and we should have said something about it, or we didn't. But we can say something now.
Well,
But we
thank God
you
for
guys
watching
10 weeks
episode.
of tea
Tea
time.
time.
It doesn't feel like it's been 10 weeks, right?
Doesn't.
No,
it doesn't.
It's not.
Because
It
we're
has
still
been
having so
like-
much fun with you guys, and we
Yes.
appreciate you constantly keep coming in, and we can talk to you and have fun with you.
I'm really starting to like this.
And
I
thank
mean,
you
like,
for
at
the
first it was kind of weird, but
Thank you guys. We thank for everybody. Like, even when we have the little technical difficulties, y'all come back in. Y'all watch
Yes,
us.
thank you.
Yes.
Thank
We're
you
working on
guys.
things. We're getting bigger and better.
Yes.
Look out for more things. We appreciate everything. We thank you for watching tonight.
Yeah.
hold up, guys. I need to do this.
Oh yeah.
I want to. No.
Oh, okay.
I do shameless plugs all day.
All that.
But I just want to have a moment of silence for my aunt, who passed like literally maybe a couple hours ago, and I just want to thank my fellow friends and co-hosts for actually wanting to cancel. However, my aunt and the women in my family are very strong women, and at the end of the day, I am going to continue to do what my heart wants to do, which is this show. And I know that's what she would want me to do. And I know she's rooting me on, because even when she was in there, she was telling me to keep going and do what I want to do, what makes me happy. So, just a moment of silence.
Yeah, we have a moment of silence.
Her name is, I'm going to blank because I'm.
Aww. Because Shauna literally found out, guys, right
Before
before
the
the
show
show
started.
started. And we were going to cancel, and she was like, no, I love tea time that much.
And we said, the show was going to go on, but really, yeah.
So please continue to pray for Shauna and her family. And we thank you, guys, for all the prayers and the love. And a moment of silence for Auntie. Yes, yes.
Yes, I'm Hazel.
Yes.
Hazel Rowe.
Thanks,
Thank
guys.
you, guys.
We love you.
Thanks, guys. for
Have a
tuning
great
in.
night, guys. Bye.